I believe this is your debut on the Curvy Couch.
That's right.
Is it not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's so great to see you in person.
Good to be here.
I wish for you personally it was for better circumstances.
Oh, it's just so great to see him in person because he's always on satellite on Fox. There he is, spending his morning on the Curvy Couch. Scott Walker, after the big fundraiser that he had with the boys at AIG in New York on Tuesday night. Now, when I woke up this morning in Madison, Wisconsin, this is the headline that I woke up to. I saw the Wisconsin State Journal out of Madison. Walker is running scared big time after the record-setting recall petition drive. Walker's basically on the ropes, and so he runs to the safe haven of conservative talk radio and the noise machine.
Scott Walker, I think arguably one of the, if not the best, governors in the entire country.
They certainly don't want to see endless campaigns, but that's what we have. Thanks to the big money coming in from Washington, from the public employee unions, we're going to be able to fight that. ScottWalker.org. Hopefully people will join us in that cause.
Governor, thank you. Always nice to see you, sir.
I hope, given the chance again this summer, with the help of a lot of grassroots supporters and people across the country, ScottWalker.org can help us out as well.
Well, that's why they want to recall you're effective. You're doing what you said you were going to do, and what you said you were going to do is working, and that's the last thing the left can tolerate.
Really? I'm sure Rush got out of bed yesterday and said, you know, the first thing we got to do is cover that Wisconsin story. Let's go help that Walker guy. I mean, they got their machine in place. Walker needs all the help he can get. The recall effort against Walker really is unprecedented. The Wisconsin Democratic Party points out more than 46% of the Wisconsin electorate signed a petition to recall Walker. Now, it's only happened 2 other times in American history. It was back in 1921. 31.8% of the voters signed when North Dakota Governor Lynn Frazier was recalled. And not too long ago, in 2003, it took only 23.4% of California petition signers recalled Gray Davis. Remember those days? Would you like to have him back? Walker won the 2010 election. Now think about this. He won election in the midterms, 2010, this gubernatorial chair by just 124,638 votes. Now keep in mind, many union households voted for this guy before they realized that he was out to destroy collective bargaining. I don't think they're going to make the same mistake again. The working men and women of Wisconsin only needed to gather 540,208 petition signers to recall Walker. They collected over 1 million. That's 185% of the amount that they needed. In 2010, Democrats, what happened? Well, you know, across the country, I guess you could call it a health care hangover. And many, you know, just didn't show up and were mad at the Democrats, didn't do enough, and now look what happened. Well, the Democrats in Wisconsin, they got a major chance to correct all of that and turn this around. They've done the due diligence. Now they got to go to the next mile. Let's turn to John Nichols, Washington correspondent of The Nation magazine, and is now on Twitter. I love it, at Nichols Uprising. How innovative. I love that one, John. All right, now, was Walker shocked by these results? And also, John, your take on this unbelievable media tour that he is on. I mean, every right-wing heavyweight is helping this guy out with visibility, raising money. This is now a national campaign. You think he was blindsided by the 1 million signatures?
He was absolutely blindsided, Ed. Governor Walker and his lieutenant governor, who also faces a recall, Rebecca Kleefisch, were both on right-wing media early yesterday saying that the Democrats, that the progressive forces that go well beyond the Democratic Party that set out to do this recall had fallen short of their goal. Lieutenant Governor Kleefisch actually said that they would only get 700,000, 720,000, and she said that was a defeat because they didn't get the 1 million. So their internal communication was telling them that this was not going to get anywhere near 1 million. When that hit, they were unquestionably shocked. When you listen to the governor's interviews later in the day, when it became evident to him what he was up against, you heard a lack of energy. He was actually mumbling in some of the interviews. And yet, of course, this right-wing spin machine did everything it could to prop him up. And they were doing so with a clear intention, to help him raise huge amounts of money. You pointed it out there in that clip. Every time on every one of these shows, he mentioned his campaign website. That's a desperate candidate.
Well, I think that the right wing in this country views this as an Alamo of sorts, that they have to win this to survive, to continue to go after the Democratic base, collective bargaining, wage earners, blame middle classers for the condition of the country economically, and balance the budgets on the back of wage earners. I mean, so the money that's going to be coming in, how much super PAC money you think is going to be out there helping Walker?
Today, we heard an upping of the estimate. It has long been suggested that this would be a $70 million campaign. Not all of it for Governor Walker, fighting on both sides, but that with Walker having the overwhelming majority of that. Now there is talk that this could be a $100 million campaign. Perhaps the most expensive gubernatorial